is Thursday, which means it's time for another video, obviously, but I'm super excited because today is the first day of my, I don't even know what to call this, it's where I'm going to be talking about different, like, Halloween horror things, movies, stuff like that. If you hear chomping in the background, that's my cat. He's currently eating, so, yeah. But, I will eventually be doing more videos out, in the, living room, but right now I'm doing another video here. But, I was trying to figure out what to do for the first video for October. And I figured, what better way to start this off than talk about my top 5 movies to watch during Halloween, excluding Halloween, obviously, like John Carpenter's Halloween, those movies, like Trick or Treat and stuff that you basically hear all the time. Some of these might be ones that you've heard of, some of these might not be ones that you heard of, but I kind of chose, like, ones that aren't, like, the biggest budget and stuff like that, kind of like sort of independent type horror films. So they're not going to be like the big budget ones, but I'm going to start off the list going with my number 5 first, and my number 5 is Candy Corn. It actually came out last year. It stars, I forget the guy's name, but he was the kind of Hitler midget type person in 31, Rob Zombie's 31. He stars in this. Tony Todd's in it. PJ Souls is in it for like a little bit. Courtney Gaines, if you don't know who Courtney Gaines is, he played Malachi in Children of the Corn. But this is definitely, I was excited the first time watching it just because I love the name Candy Corn, and I don't really want to go into like great details just because this is a top 5 list, but go check it out if you haven't. Hopefully you won't be disappointed. This is just one that I'm glad that they made, and I watched it last year because now I own it on Blu-ray and I can watch it every year for Halloween. I just absolutely love this movie. But yeah, that's my number 5, Candy Corn. I think the director was John Hasty. I don't know what else he did, but go check it out if you haven't. My number 4 is actually 2 movies in one because I kind of count them as sort of the same types of the same movie in a way, and that is The House is October Built 1 and 2. I know not a lot of people like the second one. I actually enjoyed the second one almost as much as the first. Not quite, but almost as much as the first. My fiance actually hates these movies, which, I mean, found footage really isn't for everybody. So if you don't really like found footage, this probably is not the type. These are probably not the types of movies for you guys to watch. But The House October Built, they're basically going to different kinds of Halloween haunts, which is just amazing, and they get basically captured and the shit scared out of them. And the second one is kind of like where the first one leaves off, so they definitely combine together, and that's definitely one that you guys should check out during October. They're actually both on Tubi TV. Candy Corn is not, but House is October Built 1 and 2 are on Tubi, so if you want to check those out, if you haven't seen them before, go check them out. But that's my number 4, House is October Built 1 and 2. Now, my number 3 is actually a movie that I think came out last year as well. It might have been the year before, I'm not positive. I think it was last year, but I actually just bought this for like $9 at Walmart. I'm surprised I haven't owned it sooner. But that is the film Haunt. And this has definitely got quite a little recognition from the shirt company Cavity Colors. They actually did a t-shirt design based off this movie, which is kind of awesome because this isn't really a well-known movie. I don't really hear, when I hear Halloween horror movies, yeah, this came out last year, but I always hear about like Halloween, don't get me wrong, it's a good movie, but Haunt definitely should get some recognition. It's basically these group of friends, they go to this Halloween haunt, kind of like out in the middle of nowhere, and crazy stuff starts to happen, and they get trapped in this Halloween haunt, and people get injured and killed, and it's just craziness, and the masks are like vintage type looking masks, so it's kind of cool to see like these characters at these haunts wearing like these old school masks. But yeah, it's definitely one that you guys should check out too. And I think it's still on Shudder. Not positive, but I'm pretty sure it's still on Shudder. So go watch it on Shudder. I know they're doing like a free 30-day trial, so that gives you plenty of time to go see that. But yeah, it's my number 3, Haunt, from last year, positive. Alright, so my number 2 is probably more well known now. This came out a couple years ago, and that is the film The Barn. They has 80s feel. Actually, they takes place in like 1989, and well, it's like further back a little bit, and I don't know, my cat just did something back there. But the barn, this one girl gets killed from these creatures in the barn. There's the candy corn scarecrow, which is my favorite. The jack-o'-lantern, I forget the jack-o'-lantern's name, but he's a jack-o'-lantern, and then shit, I'm forgetting the names, but I'm not sure where you guys can check that out. If you're watching this video, you probably have seen The Barn before. Like I said, it's pretty well known now. They're in the process of doing a sequel to The Barn. Linnea Quigley's in it, Ari Lehman, first Jason, but these friends are going to a concert, and they kind of get sidetracked a little bit and end up in this small town. And the girl who got killed in the beginning, her friend witnessed the whole thing. He witnessed the whole thing and basically told them that, like, that the creatures are gonna come back because they all live in the barn. And it's just weird movie to describe. Just go check it out for yourself. But definitely puts you in the Halloween spirit. All these movies put me in the Halloween spirit, and hopefully they put you guys in the Halloween spirit. But yeah, that's my number 2, The Barn. But yeah. So my number 1 is actually 3 movies in one. It's kind of hard to pick one because I like all 3 of them, which very controversial because I know not a lot of people like 2 and 3 as much. But that is the Hell House LLC trilogy, and I absolutely love these movies like so much. It's funny because I remember before I even watched the first Hell House LLC, my friends online, they were like talking about this movie, this found footage movie, and I'm like iffy about found footage. I'm not a big fan, but I'm kind of grown more appreciation for it now. But I'm watching the movie, and I'm looking at this Abaddon Hotel, which is where the haunt takes place, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, this looks really familiar. Like I feel like I've been here before, and it turns out this was actually it's a Halloween attraction in my hometown, and they literally filmed the movie at this Halloween attraction. And fast forward a couple years later, I actually drug my fiance to we actually got to be extras in the 3rd Hell House LLC film, Lake of Fire. And it was a blast. It's like a split second of the backs of our heads at one point towards the end, and then us running around outside. But it was like a blast, and these movies scream Halloween because it's literally takes place during, I don't know what my cat's doing, but it takes place in the, like, they're getting ready to do their Halloween thing, their Halloween haunt, and it's just It's fun. Really, you should really check them out. I know the first one's on Tubi, and all three of them are on Shudder. So, like I said, go get, if you don't have Shudder, go get a free trial. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say about those movies. These are all movies that I personally think you guys should check out during Halloween. They may not be ones that you've heard of before, but yeah, definitely check them out if you haven't. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Stay tuned for another video on Monday, but in the meantime, I'll see you guys then.